Hello, everybody. Welcome back to NightMayr. Cue the lightning and thunder. My goodness, I didn't have time to brush my hair tonight because we have a very special guest returning here to talk about all things LA riots and just catch up since the last time she was here. She's a comedian, and you can see her at Mohegan Sun on the 22nd of this month. Welcome back to the show, my homegirl, my ginger sister, Mary Jane Murphy. Before we went live, we were talking about Mary Jane's crazy eyes, and it's not on purpose, this thing you do. And I guess crazy eyes is when you can see the whites both below and above the irises. Yes, you've been told that you have crazy eyes.
Yes, but I thought it was a compliment until like a couple months ago, and I've been being told this since I was like probably 6, and I'm always just like, thank you.
You're like, you have crazy, beautiful eyes.
That's what I always thought. Like, you have crazy eyes. Thank you. And
they're like, no, you look like you're on fentanyl.
You know, I've gotten some comments lately that made me realize they were not compliments.
Unbelievable. You have a lot of haters after you, and you got some hate after the last time you were on this show. What happened?
Well, I posted the clip of us talking about the transgender, trans-identified man that beat me in the comedy contest in Hawaii, and talking about it, and I just titled it like how it felt losing a female comedy contest to a man. And then they all like attacked my comedy and were like, you are subpar and I only was in the comments for like the first 10 minutes, and I was like, well, I took second, but also even if I didn't win, it's still a man still won top female, and there was plenty of women in the contest. It wasn't like a 2-person contest,
right? And
then after that I just like completely checked out of the comments. So I think that bothered them that I wasn't like taking.
You didn't participate.
I didn't read them. I was like, I'm not gonna read. I mean, that's the best thing to do, is to just put something there and then just walk away.
Just mic drop and
well, you engage in the beginning, right, to get the views up, and then you just leave.
Was this on Facebook?
It was on there's a Facebook group, Hawaii Comedians Group, and I haven't made a comment in like 5 years, so there was really no reason to. And people from all over the country that no longer live in Hawaii are still in the group, so it's like there was no so then I someone sent me a screenshot that said I like after 3 or 4 days of them just like tearing into me not responding, because I would see like notifications, then it said, FYI guys, I took the video down and I booted Mary Jane from the group.
The internet is now safe.
Right. I don't really know what I don't.
Space.
It's like after everyone already saw it, and like it's how I feel. So I don't even know what the arguments really could be about. Like it's how are you arguing with what it felt like, what I said, how it felt.
But they're allies, Mary Jane. So they have to stick up for the women with penises out there.
Yeah, apparently someone told me that he was, before they left Hawaii, was considering bottom surgery. And they were like, that was when they felt like, they were like, this is going too far. Like people were encouraging him too. And he was like, why are you encouraging him to like castrate himself?
Because that's how you know if you got skin in the game or not. Oh, here's the clip. Ooh,
let's play it again so we have another one to post.
Like, yeah, it'll just be like clip inception. Clipception.
Is the one on the left trans too?
Yeah, she kind of looks manly as well.
She's not.
Now I'm sus of everybody there.
Yeah. You know, she's not, but they were like
She's
best friends. They were all best friends with him. And then so when I was asked for this picture, and then I was like, found it, doesn't matter, don't need it. Anyway, forget about it, you know? And they're like, one of the guys there was like, we just want to let you know that we're still mourning her death. And and I just was like, look, the truth
her penis.
The truth is the truth is the truth. And that's that. A man won and was labeled top female comic.
It's in his obituary.
Hawaii.
What year was that?
The contest, I think, was like 2018.
Okay, wow.
There was a few. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, he won a lot of things.
That's so annoying.
He won like a Hoku Award, which was like which was like the Hawaiian like Grammys. But he was in a category with like, he was only competing with like 1 or 2 other people. It was like one of those like where you get to like say you won an award, but you really had no competition.
Wow.
But
that would enrage me as well. Okay, so that.
And I couldn't say anything at the time. So it was like at the time I just was like, I just knew it felt.
Oh my God. By the way, can we tell? I can tell my face looks thinner since this. And this is a week ago. I'm on
Oh yeah, they said I know I did see they said I had no respect
pounds.
for the death. You do look skinnier. You look great.
I want to be praised for every pound I lose. Thank you very much.
Woo.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a slow weight loss that way because I don't want to scare people with like being too hot, you know?
You don't want to do that.
I don't want my husband to get nervous.
Are you doing mirror work?
Mirror work?
Yeah, where you look in the mirror and you look at your whole body and you say, "I love you. You're a great body."
I would be lying to myself.
That's where you just gotta keep saying it, and it forms the new neural pathways. And then all of a sudden, one day you get in front of the mirror, and naturally your brain just says like, "You're gorgeous. You're beautiful," and you're like, "What?" I'm not forcing myself to say this.
So I have to pretend I don't have low self-esteem, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it actually does work.
You fake it till you make it.
It really does work. Like you just keep looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself like,
you're
"I
a
love
hot
you. You're
bitch."
beautiful." Yeah, you just
You
make
have
yourself say
excellent
these-
credit. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
you pay your bills on time.
I should try that.
know
I
how
mean,
to
it did
tie
work
your
with it did
shoes.
work with the saying kind things, like it did.
Okay, I'll try it.
And then you get skinnier too. Like your like brain, you're like basically telling your brain what to do.
Rewiring it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just drink for that, but still nursing the bean, so I can't really do that. Wow, I'm so sorry you're getting all this hate from the Hawaiian comedy community.
Yeah, I have no respect for the dead. I know that was one of the comments. What's funny was the comedian that made that comment had a girlfriend that committed suicide after 3 months, and he did all these jokes about how
That's how you know you're a shitty girlfriend.
right? He did all these jokes about how she made him wear a condom right before she killed herself. And it's like, if you already know,
It didn't even matter.
Yeah, that was his whole joke, and that was a funny
Maybe she
joke.
didn't
But it's
want-
like, oh, okay, it's okay when you make fun of the
Maybe
dead.
she didn't want to kill 2 lives. I mean, that's kind of thoughtful.
I guess
She didn't want to take anybody else with her.
makes sense,
I'm taking it back. I think that was a good, responsible move.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't have found out though, probably.
Probably not. No. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna kill yourself like the next day, like come on,
Don't though.
keep yourself alive.
Nobody do that. You have so much to live for, everyone listening, and people of YouTube.
That went sideways.
Okay, there's been so much going on. We talked about Crazy Eyes. We talked about the Hawaiian comedy community. You know what? It's funny to me because a very similar thing happened to me when I was ousted from the New York comedy community. I used to think, oh man, these are my girlfriends, you know, because when I started comedy, I was the quintessential female comic. I lived in Brooklyn. I was a feminist. I had issues with my dad, disliked men intensely. I wasn't about to get a cat, so I wasn't the full package. But what did it get me? It's not like it skyrocketed me to opportunity and fame, and then eventually I kind of like started to see the light starting in 2018, and then like a series of events led to eventually, it might have been, was it January 6th or voting for Trump that got me kicked out? No, it was making fun of Kate Willett when she came to Compound Media. Yeah, that turned the whole stupid community. It really, and then I learned like, really,
Who's Kate Willett again?
She had and the thing is, she's not really a household name right now, but at the time she had better credits than me. She had a 15-minute Netflix special, which that shouldn't even be called a special. That's a set. Anybody could get 15 minutes together.
That's a feature.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're just there while people are going to the bathroom. Anyway, but she, very woke, very lefty, turned a lot of people against me. I've told this story before. I'm not going to bore the chat with this story.
Can we just bring up a picture of her? Real quick?
Can we just bring up her
just because I know that name, I'm sure maybe I've been on a show.
Oh, look, there's a baby sock in my I'm
little baby boy sock.
What's this? That's just what being a mom is all about. You're constantly just pulling baby socks out of your
It's a constant one of those like clown tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what? An umbilical cord. So here we are, beginning of June. We thought, okay, this is going to be Pride Month all over again. Some of the corporations are pulling back. That's nice. But what do we have? the makings of another summer of love, and protests have been going on beginning in LA, but now they've spread to cities like Chicago and New York for days now. I think they started on the 6th? Has it been 5 straight days of this mayhem?
Yeah, it's been 5 days since the start of it.
And wow, I really should have run a comb through my hair. Oh well, next time.
I think your hair looks good. I like your hair. It looks good.
The thing about having curly hair is, yes, it's nice, but like you really get one shot. It's out of the shower, you wash it, you brush it, you have to let it be. But then what do you do on day 2, 3, 4?
You can do conditioner and then you brush it.
They don't tell you what to do.
It, or you put it up.
Who has time for this?
No one. So I blow my hair. My hair's curly too, but I have it blown out and then I just don't wash it for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I wash my hair twice a month.
What?
I'm serious. You can't even tell, right? This is the end of week 2.
You just out-filthed me. Bravo. It doesn't look it.
Yeah, this is the end of week 2.
Oh my God. It reminds me of back in the 50s. We were like, I can't hang out tomorrow. I have to wash my hair. And it really was like a monthly event for them.
Yeah. It's way healthier for your hair.
That's what I read. Yeah. Instead, I just buy a lot of expensive products for my hair. I go, every time I'm at the salon, I'm like, tell me what to do. Please, please. I can't make it look like this on my own. I need help. And then they're like, buy this $30 serum that you'll forget to use. Anyway, riots are happening in LA.
They don't care about their hair in those riots.
No, they do not. To anybody observing things who's been alive for a minute, you go, oh, this might be similar to the Summer of Love, where we have a paid protester situation, and it has all the makings to be the same thing, but it just is kind of different this year. The optics are so bad. I feel like they have given the Republicans everything they need. I think the first night there were cars set on fire. There were these like automated cars set on fire. I don't know what their job was, to deliver groceries or what, but stomping on cop cars like they do, and it just looks so bad. Then Trump calls in the National Guard. You have Mayor Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom saying, oh, that Trump he escalated the whole situation. He's making it worse by bringing in the National Guard. And it's like, oof, it would have been, I think, a lot worse if he hadn't. And it's also like their job is to back up what the local police is already doing. And it's their job as governor and mayor to protect the citizens of the place they lord over. Yeah. So we have, and then Gavin Newsom's, Governor, is that what I called him? Governor's trying to run for president. He's just too like a slick looking weasel for me. Even if I never listened to a word he said, I just don't like the looks of the guy. He's trying to be like the hot guy, but
he's trying to be the hot guy.
Yeah, there's always got to be, because Trudeau used to be the hot guy in politics. And he's kind of attractive, and then you listen to me like, oh God, hell no.
Yeah, he texted me today. Gavin
what?
Newsom.
Gavin Newsom texted you?
I get that.
I've gotten you up
hundreds. I was a registered Democrat a few years ago, and I've written stop on hundreds.
Don't admit that to the chat.
I'll admit it. I mean, what's better than a convert, right? And someone that has seen the light.
That's true. Oh, look at my mom mug. There's definitely not vodka in here.
What did Gavin say?
Gavin said, you up?
Gavin said, Gavin Newsom. And you know what? I don't know. Do you think he looks hot in that picture? He starts with a picture of himself first before the text.
Wow, it's him
a picture of him in a suit. And he's like,
I'm sorry. He has a body like an otter. He looks like a wet otter to me. His shoulders are too narrow. His head always looks wet. He does, his head always weaselly and greasy all the time. And he's just got a pointy little weasel face. He's got a rat face. A
ferret face.
Yeah.
Sort of a ferret.
He's having a rat boy summer. Yeah. Ugh.
I thought rat face was in, wasn't it in?
Some people like it. I can't. Like, I get it. You have a good hairline, but you're going to need more than that. From me,
and
sister.
I wrote stop, and I didn't even get the confirmation. Like, you're
like, stop these texts. No means no. And he keeps texting
and they
you
just keep texting me. They just keep, there's no they're like,
I'll tell you when I'm done.
There's so many super PACs.
Gavin writes back, you know you like it. I'm not going to stop.
He's like,
Ugh,
you want
look
more
at his
pictures?
little
He's gonna send me more
greasy,
pictures.
weaselly face. He's like, I'm cool. I don't
I'm
need a
gonna
tie.
put men in the women's jail and women's sports.
Yeah. Who else are the Democrats gonna run though?
Yeah, no.
Booty gang, AOC.
Oh God.
All people can talk about is if she's pregnant or not.
Really?
Maybe she's just eating bread again. Who knows? But it's just interesting because it seems like and even today we were trying to look for a live stream of the riots and things are kind of calming down. And I think it's because Trump called in the National Guard but certain conspiracy theorists would say, okay, this isn't good because we're in a sense the elites have basically gotten the people to more or less demand martial law in this point. It's like we are the people now welcoming in the military, the Marines, etc., to basically take the place of regular cops. The libertarians don't like it. But is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is Trump working with the other side to bring in martial law, to squash liberty, to usher in a digital ID? What are your thoughts?
That's scary. I mean, I hope not.
I hope not too. I think I don't know. Generally, if something like makes me afraid and makes me feel small, I have to just like give it up to God and be like, pray about it and just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of wallowing in something that makes me afraid.
Yeah.
That's not productive.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, just taking it one day at a time and just seeing. Right now, I mean, we had Occupy Wall Street. We had, all of these different movements over the years. And it's sort of kind of comes to this. Eventually, the military or, militarized police come in.
What's up? We're back.
In their big, suits and outfits that are like, and they let the rubber bullets go. They let the tear gas go. And people disperse. And
I was watching a clip that these people, because a lot of these people are like LARPing. They're there at these protests. A lot of them just doing it to live stream to their own YouTube or TikTok. And this one goes like, "Oh, I've been shot." It's like, no, you got hit with a rubber bullet. Like it broke the skin. You'll survive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure rubber bullets hurt.
I mean, did you not know of the curfew? And they're like, oh, they're doing nothing. They're getting shot for nothing. It's like, that's what a curfew is. You have to disperse and poof, be gone. And
they have a curfew, do they?
They did. They enacted a curfew yesterday in LA. And,
who did? Who enacted it?
Who enacted it? Mayor Karen Bass.
Yeah, I think it was bad.
Okay.
And she looks like doubly retarded because she's like, oh, we don't need Trump. We don't need help. We got this under control. And she's like, oh, shit, 25 businesses have been looted. Time for a curfew. So now she looks retarded. So I think
she did speak today earlier.
She spoke today. What did she say? How's she going to get herself out of this pickle? I want to know, who are all these other people standing? Do we really need to have
a squad?
Do we really need to have 30 people standing behind every speech? They don't add anything.
What do you think they text their family before they go? Like, I'm about to be on TV. I'm in the background.
I would be texting my family, being like, "Is my muffin top showing? I'm gonna stand in the back. I wore bad pants today."
Look at the one woman. She's got her arm out. She's ready for her.
She's got a fat arm. She needs to stand in the back.
They're like, hey, I'm gonna be on the news, eh?
This woman with the white pants and they all look like shit. They all look terrible. Blazer. What is this woman wearing? High water pants?
What's a water?
She's got.
She's
gonna go play some tennis or something.
You don't know what a clam digger is, Field Team?
Digger.
That sounds like a slur.
That really
sounds like
clam digger.
That sounds like the N-word for people who fish.
Do it with a hard R. Digger. You clam digger.
Digger, please.
Diggers. She calls me the clams diggers. I'm out there in the waters.
Digger, I like that. Digger, please.
Oh, look at that gay in the taupe. Look at that gay in the taupe suit.
How come none of the men are actually wearing dress shoes? They all have disgusting
I hate it. I hate
just
these,
like dirty.
I hate this Cole Haan trend.
Shoelaces hanging out.
Of the tidy sneaker. You wear a business shoe. You're at work. You work in the government. If you want to wear that, save that for like your son's Boy Scout situation or like I'm a cool dad on the weekend. Get your stupid business shoe out of here.
He has something in his butt.
Oh, for sure.
But he's also wearing little tiny sneakers. So
Tiny,
he's got tiny little
to
feet.
go with his little taupe suit.
You know what they say about small feet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what taupe is.
That means you're straight.
Yay!
I also don't know what taupe. I would have called that gray. I would have said his gray suit or his white.
It's taupe. It's not khaki. It's not gray. It's somewhere in the middle. It's taupe.
So it's tan?
I need color training.
I would think taupe is like a blue or green.
I thought taupe was a
is-
purple.
Taupe is tan with like a gray undertone. Tan is really more yellow based, brown based.
Wait, so it's a taupe tan?
What?
It's a taupe tan. You
Is
know?
a taupe a tan?
It's one of the taupes of tans.
I would call it. I would put it under the beige umbrella.
Okay. It's playing words of type. The
Mm-hmm.
type of tan.
Also, what's this woman looking back at? Like, what's happening back there? I wanted the blonde one.
The blonde?
I want to know what's happening back there. That got her so peaked.
Somebody's fixing. Probably they're doing that thing where they bend over and fix their boobs. Maybe that's what's happening. Or that
She's
guy
fat.
fixing their boobs. She's fat. She should definitely be in the back. For sure. Go hide behind the flag.
She's very, you could tell she's like the
She means
like she's very
business.
bossy and
She
powerful.
wears many hats.
and
She has
puts
many
her
chins.
fist down.
Mm-hmm.
People of that size always do.
Yep.
This is very old-timey facial hair right here.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yes.
He's
I
probably
Merrick.
the only
Hey.
actual gay guy of the whole group.
They're all gay. Every man in politics is gay. Like that works in DC.
Especially this
Like
proud.
clam digger gay.
Ay.
I wonder what he's looking at. He's like looking up in the distance, like, oh, I'm so proud of this moment.
He's trying to look tall.
Well,
His tie is too tight, and he's trying not to have his double chin happen.
they're in size order, kinda.
Like-
Look at this.
Like the Rockettes.
This is Bass's like closest.
That's how the
50
Rockettes
people.
line up. They do tallest in the middle, and then gradually from 5'6" to 5'10" and a half to be a Rockette. I used to work there. I gave tours at Radio City Music Hall.
Light colors on the end.
Yep. Taupe on the end.
Women on this side, men on that side.
All right, let's hear this speech.
All right, incoming Bass.
Oh, green. Incoming Bass.
And her,
She just jumped out of the river.
she's got more people.
Wow. Oh, this is too much cleavage. This is too much cleavage. You know what? Because she's fucking up. And the worse she does, the more cleavage has to come out to seem relatable. But she's got saggy, wrinkly cleavage. She's got 3 different fault lines there.
Fault line. That's how we call them.
It's not good. She's like, please accept my cleavage as a apology for my terrible job.
Everyone's curtsying.
Go back to whatever African country you were in for spring
Good
break.
afternoon, everyone. Let me just say that I am proud to stand here with leaders from our region. There are over 30 mayors represented here
I'm not there.
who I think reflect the
30
concerns
mayors.
that
Oh,
are
that's
going
funny.
on
Good
in our
joke.
communities right now. A week ago,
My family members.
everything was peaceful in the city of Los
Just a
Angeles.
week ago.
But
and
look
in
what you
all
did,
of
you
the
little jerk.
Representatives behind me in their cities as well. Things began to be difficult on Friday.
Friday.
when raids
Friday.
took place, and it's important that I begin there.
It's Friday.
say Monday?
Friday.
Is the cause.
Let's hear that again, shall we?
It's down on
And it's important
Friday.
to be difficult on Friday.
Friday? What kind of accent is that?
I know Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania. My grandfather
Friday?
used to say like Monday, dude. Friday.
She doesn't say it with any other kind of E word.
Does she add R's like warsh?
Ugh.
She plays the hurdy-gurdy.
Well, things began to be difficult on Friday. when
Friday?
raids took- Things began to be difficult on Friday.
Used to be a
when
serious
raids
show, Fealty.
All right, here we go.
place. And it's important that I begin there because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los
Friday
Angeles.
is.
The
That's
more
the
I
cause.
bang on the desk,
This
the
was
more
a-
serious I am.
This was provoked.
She's like, I can't
by
say
the White House.
provocative. Let's change
The
gears.
reason
Don't dress
why,
that way.
We don't know.
She can't say
I
Friday.
Provocated?
posit that
Provocated?
What
Yeah.
was she trying to say?
I think
Provoke?
she was trying to say provocated.
Provocated.
Right?
She's like, this was agent provocateur.
Yeah.
Provoked is
Well,
what.
yeah. Let's hear it again.
But Friday's the cause. That's all I
Friday?
heard is that everything was fine, and then Friday made
You know what she
everything
is? 'Cause
worse.
the whole time she's thinking about, did I just say Friday wrong? It's messing her up.
Well, it's Wednesday right now.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
This was provoked by the White House. The reason
Whoa,
why
check out the
we don't
eyeshadow
know.
game on this brunette here to the right. Look at that smoky eye. That's not bad for an old lady.
She's not a redhead?
She's like an
She's
auburn
Spanish
brown.
dyed.
She looks like a fish.
She looks like a fish.
Posit that maybe we are part of a national experiment to determine how far the federal government can go in reaching in and taking over power from a governor, power from a local
Oh, now we're
jurisdiction.
victims.
I'm like, maybe she's right about that.
That's the one kind of she could be right about something. Uh-oh. But you brought it upon yourselves.
Oh, jeez. But it was provoked.
And on a Friday.
And it was on Friday. Like, everybody loves Friday.
Because you know what you should have done as mayor was, like, I don't know, tell people to not protest, tell people to stay home.
Just release the guard yourself, right?
Get
Get in front of it.
some sharks with lasers on their heads.
And frankly, leaving our city and our citizens, our residents, in fear. All of us represent cities in this region where immigrants are key, and if in some cases not the majority of the population.
Well, that's
to
not good.
have people live in fear like it is today is just unacceptable. So we started off by hearing the administration wanted to go after violent felons, gang members, drug dealers. But when you raid Home Depots and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored
I don't know.
caravans through-
MS-13 still needs to get cactuses and succulents. That's what I go to Home Depot
So
for.
if these people get deported and they own like a lot of stuff, do the rest of us get their stuff? Like, if the whole population is mostly like,
Right,
as she
can they
said,
bring all their stuff
does,
with
like,
them?
do the 5 people that are left in the neighborhood, like do they get their house now? Like,
Yeah,
the
like-
American
like-
citizens, do they get to just move
like,
in?
how
Like,
confident are these illegals? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get caught. I'm going to go buy a whole lot of shit. I'm going to buy some furniture. I'm going to buy more.
I'm going to buy a whole house.
If it were me, I'd be like, I'm not going to buy more than I can take with me in one trip. That's how I was at every job I've ever had. Every day job, I'd be like, I'm not going to get comfortable. I'm probably going to get fired in 6 months to a year. I'm not going to leave too much in this desk.
But you can own a house in another country though, right? Like, so it would still, even if they got deported, the house, if they owned it, would it still be theirs? Because I'm guessing that there's
I don't think the
illegal
illegals are
I think
planning
you'd be
for this.
surprised. I think that a lot of these people have bought houses and own them. They get
Homeowners?
into groups and then
They live like 25 to a house.
and they'll buy a house together. Well, and then they keep working hard and then they get their own. I mean, and then they're like taking over.
the nerve.
I'm just saying that might be kind of a cool perk of it.
I mean, how are the illegals much different than stand-up comedians? We all had to live with many roommates and took many years for us to afford something without many roommates.
But can we have their house if they get deported? That's what I want to know.
Right. Can we
And
have
all their stuff. Can we take all their stuff?
Can we have if they have any good purses be left behind? Okay.
Well, they stole it from,
Oh, right. They're all looting.
Yeah.
We can loot the loot.
On Friday.
On Friday.
to our streets. You're not trying to keep anyone safe. You're trying to cause fear and panic. And when you start deploying federalized troops on the heels of these raids, it is a drastic and chaotic escalation and completely unnecessary. These aren't the criminals the
But
administration
they were
is alleged-
looting. So maybe it is necessary.
Yeah.
If the protesters were a little better behaved.
That's the problem, is that the people will be protesting, and then I think there's always opportunists that are like, oh shit, like the road is blocked up, like we can just go in and
Yeah.
take advantage and just
Opportunists, also known as cyclists,
and
also
then just
known as
blend
urban
and
teens.
just blend in. Yeah, just blend in, and then you see them all walking out like big boxes and new TVs and
Bottles of Hennessy. We all know
American.
basketball Americans. There's many different names we give them.
Look at the one in the back.
Yikes.
She's like,
She looks Native American.
you just.
She looks like
Oh
a
yeah,
man.
with her chin up.
She didn't before though.
That's a transgender.
She looked,
That is.
I think that's.
no, she looked just like an Italian woman
Ugh.
before. I think it's a weird freak.
Allegedly targeting. These are mothers and fathers, restaurant workers, seamstress, home care workers, everyday Angelinos
Seamstress is
trying to
rather
make a
specific.
living. I've heard stories of unmarked federal vans parked near LAUSD school graduations.
Aw.
A U.S. citizen, 9 months pregnant, who was hospitalized after being detained by federal agents, and an apparel business in downtown LA raided, where many Korean and Latino workers work long hours to support their families.
They're called sweatshops.
They're being trafficked anyway.
If I'm 9 months pregnant, I'm gonna lay real low. But you know what? Maybe she came here pregnant. Who knows?
And maybe, but I do think that a lot of Koreans are trafficked. Like they're told, hey, that like the ones that work in the nail salon and stuff. That
Oh, but
all
they do
come
such
from
a good
Queens.
job.
They do, like, but they are. If you ask a few questions,
You know what?
you'll
I
find out.
always-
It's like a nice, like they can get out of it. There's like
I always tip really well. I'm doing my part.
somehow they seem to know how to lay low a lot.
They
more
do.
Than other
Asians are the best at laying low. You don't see them out
ninjas.
here. They are. They are ninjas. You don't see them looting a Target, burning a dumpster, smashing windows
They
with a
go underground.
skateboard.
They hop in their van.
They're home studying or practicing the violin.
Or they're just so good at it, you don't know because they are ninjas.
True.
Let me just say that I am very proud to stand here with the mayors, the leadership of so many cities, but you should take note that the individuals that are here with me today are all leaders in their area, and we all stand
they're
in
women.
support and solidarity and call for the raids to end. Now it's my pleasure
one
to introduce
nodding, they're
Mayor
nodding
Lemons
so
from the
hard.
city.
Just
of
nod and
Fairfield.
look serious.
Thank you, Mayor Bass, for
See this
bringing us
chick?
together today and for
No
your
wrinkly
leadership
cleavage.
in this difficult time. I stand
wrinkly
before
face.
you
She could
today
use a
as the
neck
mayor
lift.
of Paramount,
Yeah.
a proud, tight-knit community that has been deeply shaken by
You know what's
recent
not
events.
tight knit?
In the last few
Her
years,
neck.
our residents have faced loss, uncertainty,
I'm
and
sorry, if
fear.
you're in any kind of
For many in our city,
forward-facing
this has been one of the most devastating
position, if you're a public figure, you got to make sure your neck is right. I'm not saying you need to look like a Botox Kardashian, but like, girl,
Get a lift.
yeah, fix
I'm sure she's got the money.
your waddle. You know what I mean?
Is that fixable though?
Yeah, you got to watch some YouTube videos.
Oh yeah,
Really?
they just
I watched this one the
They
other day.
take
This
a big-
70-year-old woman looked like she was 30. She didn't look like
Kris
plastic at all.
Jenner's
She was
latest face
amazing.
job, impeccable.
Well, I know I've seen that one chick who doesn't have teeth and she looks really old and then she does her makeup.
Oh
and puts
yes,
her
yes,
teeth.
yes. I know her. I follow her. What the hell's her name? She is like not afraid to look so scary in her videos. She's just like no makeup, no teeth, and then she looks like a 10.
Yeah, it's,
She goes like,
Just how to capture attention.
and that's what us guys have to live with. We take a girl home and then in the morning it's like, oh, what did I do?
you know, just when you're on a first date, just when you're, just try to grab
Go to
her
the
teeth
beach.
out. If the teeth don't come out, just if the teeth stay put, you're probably all right.
And take
Just
a trip
say
to the
ah
beach.
for a moment.
Yeah, just bite into this caramel apple.
Oh,
Will
God.
you? This candy apple.
That's like one of my worst fears is someone giving me something to bite that like takes my front tooth out.
That's your
That's a fear. That's high up there.
You know, I have one of my front teeth is bonded because I whacked myself with a bungee cord summer
Oh,
before 6th grade. And yeah, I am always, I never bite into anything like with my front chompers.
When you say bonded, like it came out and they put it back in.
Like I chipped basically half of it.
Oh wow!
And I could feel the nerve too.
But they put your original tooth back.
No, it's not like a finger, you know.
They can, yeah. If it
yeah.
does, you can put it back.
No, they bonded like some tooth-like substance to it.
Okay.
So they made it too?
I guess I didn't look around for the chunk on the floor. I guess I didn't bring it to the doctor like fix this. No, he just filled it in with some tooth-like substance.
But you're not.
But it
afraid
is
that-
like a finger. You can if you if that had just so your viewers know. If you ever have your tooth
you ever chip a
chipped,
tooth?
get the chip of the tooth and
No,
go right to a
don't
dentist.
waste your time
and they'll
looking
put it
for
back.
the chip.
Yes, don't swallow it. Don't
Oh.
throw it out. Just keep it. And
Put it on ice like a finger.
pretty much, yeah.
Now everyone's gonna have that fear as they're eating.
This
right
is
now.
now a medical show.
What other fears do you have then?
Well, we were talking about the forgotten dream, the forgotten class dream.
Oh yeah.
Because that's with the tooth. That's the dream is that I don't keep the chip. That's actually is that like I could have saved it, but now and then all my teeth start falling out. You ever have that dream where like you all of a
yes.
sudden your teeth are coming out like chicken?
That's when you think. That's when you think things are out of your control.
Yeah.
And you're like, if I just don't bite into anything, my teeth will stay in. And then you're like, you're just
keep
pulling them
coming
out.
As soon as my teeth start falling out, though, I'm like, all right, this is a dream. I know this is a dream.
Yeah.
They don't all come out at the same time.
Yeah. They usually come out one by one when you're old.
And then I wake up.
We have a super chat from Russell Hall. Thanks for the 2. Ew, is that the couch Cecil sat on? It is, but we had it sterilized.
That's Russell's irrational dream. He's gonna sit and touch something that Cecil ever touched.
Oh,
Who's Cecil?
Cecil was on the show. He's like a YouTuber. He's a comic book person.
So you only need to give $2 to be a super chat?
Yeah, well, it's really like a
So we have your comment
a not so
acknowledged.
super chat.
Right.
Oh, we just
Anyone want to do better than $2?
I'm gonna zip this hoodie a little bit further down.
We just got raided by poor choices over there.
Ooh, thank you, poor choices. Thank you, Ixoday girl and tugs. All right, the chat is saying stay on topic.
Wicked, thank you, wicked.
Oh, back to Mayr. Back to the mayor. Back to this
And her
chick.
neck lift.
Oh yeah, because I said she needed a neck job. That's how
That's
we got.
where we
off.
got all.
No, this is a distracting face.
It really is.
Devastating moments in recent
Oh, don't
memory.
look down.
Lives have been disrupted.
It's ghastly.
Families are too
It
afraid to
looks-
leave their homes, and the very places that once
it
served
looks like
as
a-
gathering spots
like a
for
fat
joy, like our
person's
beloved swap
cellulite
meet,
on their
have been
leg.
marred by fear. As a
Looks
vibrant
like
gathering,
looks like balls. Looks like she has balls.
Yeah,
under
yeah,
her chin.
that you're 100% right. You just cut that off. That's what they need to do. That's what they'll just excise that.
Yeah.
They should have called up the blonde.
Yeah, you're right. Can't the cute girl say this shit? Give her the cue card.
What about the Asian in the back, the fat Asian that really wants you know she wants the mic. She's just waiting.
Yeah.
This is a before and after, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's her daughter.
She looks like she's wearing a fat suit back there.
place for our diverse community, some are avoiding going to work. It
Yeah,
continues
right.
to get
Okay.
worse as
Any
these
excuse not to go to
loyal
work.
vendors are forced to stay away out of fear of losing their livelihood.
They're
For some,
citizens that
it's the
are
only
afraid
way
of
they
not
feed
going to
their
work.
Families to see everyone hurt like this is heartbreaking. Last night at our city council meeting, we heard from our residents. Their anger, their fear, and their uncertainty
down
about
further
the
and further.
future is understandable. Not only did we hear it last night, myself and members of the city council witnessed the devastation firsthand that Saturday morning. We share the same
Saturday.
anger, sadness, and
Friday,
trauma. Then
Saturday.
to see the presence of the National Guard in our city, it
Guard.
only makes things worse and leads to unnecessary escalation. We can
Should we
and
skip
will
ahead to
do
the
better
next
to
passing?
serve and advocate for our immigrant population.
Ugh.
I want to speak directly to the people of Paramount. We see you, we hear you, and we are with you. We acted last night and directed staff to create a special fund that will financially help our immigrant families affected
Oh,
during
because
this
they don't get enough
challenging
free shit.
Yeah, that's going to disappear in someone's pocket. How about we skip ahead to the next bass segment?
Okay, yes. Fresh bass.
Let's just watch this mountain.
Oh, okay. Oh, God.
where did she come
Again,
from?
taupe. She's in taupe. Holy shit.
Where was she hiding this whole time?
This is a literal refrigerator in a suit.
Taupe is slimming, isn't
See,
it?
the one
No,
in the back,
it's-
the fat one, Asian one in the back, is like, oh, thank God, I'm not the biggest.
You know
at
who's
this
doing the
face.
most work right now? That button on her pants. It's like, I can't breathe. It's doing a George Floyd. Holy
I can't wait to
cow.
hear what this person's voice sounds
What
like.
they sound
It's going to sound fat.
It's a man or a
That's
woman.
who. Yes, bring out the biggest bitch in
Good
here.
morning, buenos dias. My name is Crystal Larios.
Yikes.
I'm with the Vernon City Council. Mi nombre es
She
Crystal
should have-
Larios. Estoy con el
she should have
Consejo
buttoned that
Municipal
shit.
de la ciudad de Vernon. I am a proud daughter of immigrants. Soy una hija de papás inmigrantes. Muy
She messed up on the
orgullosamente.
Spanish, huh?
Estoy con ustedes. I stand with you. And I pledge all my support to the elected staff and everyone and doing everything we can to help.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow,
We'll
let's
open
bring
it
in
up for questions.
some fatty who knows Spanish. That'll
Kind of knows Spanish.
that'll legitimize our whole operation here.
It's the bass and the whale in this speech.
So basically, was that person an elected official, and then her parents are still illegal immigrants? Is that what did she just rat out her
and the
parents? She's
proud- yeah, like, my parents are illegal.
proud, and they're
We're proud. We're immigrants. We're not legal, but we're proud. Clearly, they're doing well enough to keep feeding her.
my grandfather came over here from Ireland on a boat,
If you couldn't tell by everything about you,
and he had asked my grandmother to marry him before he left, and was like, "But I'm gonna go."
did he
to
do it on a
America."
potato?
I don't know.
He
But
proposed
she was
with a curly fry.
She was a seamstress, and he wrote to her for 2 years, and she waited 2 years
Oh
before
my
he was able to bring her
God.
over. Like, that was like, she wasn't able to, he wasn't
Wow.
like, hey, come with me, and like, just maybe they'll let you stay. Maybe they're like, it was like,
A process.
they went through the proper channels. And then when she got here, he was like, you have 3 months to marry me or they send you back.
How romantic. This is what can happen without TikTok, people.
He wanted
People
he wanted to seal the deal.
People courted one another.
No.
And I guess I bet she didn't wear taupe.
Never.
Questions now, and let me just say that we will provide everyone's contact information up here because we only have a few minutes for questions, but we want you to have complete access. Yes.
And I mean complete. Nudes and everything.
I want to know why you're wearing an oversized blazer.
What's with all this wrinkly cleavage?
I'm sorry, do I have what?
Do you have any comments about, or do you have any reports about the raids that happened today in the morning in the city of Downey?
Oh, no, but I think that the mayor from Downey did address that and can address that a little later.
My question is,
she straight?
can I use your head to clean my
I
sink?
have actually a call in connection. It's not with him, but to get that call set.
Like that second too late for me.
Well, yeah, that I want to speak
He looks
to the
like
president,
the
and that,
scrubbies this time.
understand.
With the
She
smiley
looks like a scrub daddy.
Scrub daddy, yeah, that's what they're
She's a
called.
scrub mommy.
Wow, that sounds so racist. It's so true.
What? I didn't say your head looks like a Brillo pad. I said, can I use your head to scrub my sink? Scrub daddy. Sorry, I keep interrupting her.
It's okay.
Is she straight? Is she?
No.
No.
She's known like a known
She's
lesbian.
a known lesbian.
All right,
Big
I
les.
thought that.
Big lesbo.
I think she might be. No, I think she's dating, right?
She's playing the field.
She holds herself like a lesbian.
This is why she's so upset about the Home Depot raids. That's where she goes to pick up women.
It's all coming together.
Yep.
Oh, let's see what she says.
The significance of what is happening here. You know, there are reports that if all of the military that have been designated to be deployed, if you add them all up, it's more military than are serving today in Iraq. And the money.
Iraq is still a thing? There shouldn't be.
I thought we pulled everybody.
There,
from
yeah.
Iraq.
I thought we bounced out of there.
Didn't Biden? Wasn't he quoted as saying we have no one? Like we fully pulled out.
He just like left. He left some people there. He's like, oopsie. Sorry, you missed the deadline.
Yeah, they didn't get on a plane.
I mean, I do remember there people be like tweeting like, "Well, what are we doing here that we're in the military?"
Why
That
still is 20 years ago
Yeah.
plus. Yikes.
We spend $130 million. All of our cities could use that money.
To fix all the looting.
They're all like, "Yeah, we could use that money." Mm-hmm.
For tacos.
Oh, there. It's not about rioting.
Oh, this is
now.
good.
I have not heard that. I've not heard of anybody being booked under that. You know, we established a curfew last night, and there were over 100 arrests, but they weren't for looting. They weren't for vandalism. They were for failure to disperse, as well as a curfew violation. So what I'm hoping is that people got the message that we're serious, and we won't even have those arrests tonight.
Yeah, they didn't want the statistic of people.
Well, let me just tell you that the picture that is attempted to being portrayed, and all of us are impacted by this. If you look at TV and you see people who are demonstrating, some inappropriately, some violently, which I believe that anybody that's involved in violence or looting or vandalism is not supporting the cause of immigrants. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing that, because they know that that can trigger an even greater reaction from the administration. And so that is a picture you'd know in downtown.
What if they're
Los
trying to
Angeles,
loot
because
stuff?
we
What if they're
hear-
trying to do a Robin Hood situation where they're looting to give to the immigrants?
Well, I think her point is like that possibly the Trump administration has paid people to go and agitate, right? And
okay,
so that they could justify
bringing in the
that's like he's like, here's some cocktails, set some things on fire.
Wow, it's like
it makes sense.
It's like the opposite of what the left did to us on January 6th. Oh,
it's like all the same plays, but rather which side is doing it.
The shoe is on the other foot.
Ah, Sherlock.
You know that this is isolated to several streets in downtown Los Angeles. The curfew that we put in place yesterday is about 6 square miles of a city that is 500 square miles. So the portrayal is that all of our cities are in chaos, rioting is happening everywhere.
It's just
It is
it's
a
just
lie.
Los Angeles.
Just the most important 6 square miles.
I'm not a size queen, but 6 miles seems pretty significant.
Is there any line of communication set up between your office or Chief McDonald's office and whoever is in charge of those Marines initially? Is there a line of communication?
Okay, first of all, the last I talked to the chief, there was no line of communication with the Marines. The line of communication is with the federalized National Guard, and you know they have one mission here, and that is to protect one building downtown. They weren't needed for that then, they're not
City
needed
Hall.
now. When we did the curfew last night, it was all local law enforcement.
I wanted them to protect my house. They wouldn't.
Absolutely. I mean, well, first of all, I don't think it should be happening at all. But yes, there should be a line of communication.
So U.S. Attorney Bill did announce some charges today.
Oh, he did, okay.
Doesn't it feel like they're all looking at you? they're all. It looks like they're all judging you. They're all. Yikes! This is uncomfortable.
They're all looking at your dick. Like if you had a dick.
They're all like, who? Anybody else feel like really uncomfortable? They all look like they're judging you. I was like, you're a failure in life.
What does this reporter look like? Is what I want to know.
Yeah. What if they're like, what if they're bleeding from the head or something?
I just like the one looking over the shoulder from
Yeah.
fun.
She really makes it. She's like,
She like the conspiracy that I just said might be possible. That we needed her to pop out right there.
it's almost like this reporter is wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like the reporter said that Bass can scrub his sink.
Right. Are you the one who said that sink comment earlier?
That
Ooh,
was really
the
upset.
judgment.
This one,
Oof. Cold as ice.
let's see what.
Ugh.
Chrissie.
They're all nodding.
You're never gonna. They're all gonna laugh at you.
You said
Well, I
sink
think
scrub.
you just illustrated the double standard.
Cool.
And given that I was there on January 6th and saw
She was there.
She was there.
Oh,
She went She went into the building. I was there. I was a paid protester. I was paid to put on a MAGA hat and a American flag shirt and wreak havoc.
This is the face of realizing she just got caught saying she was at January 6th.
Oh, that's it for you.
Got you. That's our gotcha.
an insurrection take place. The
Oh,
idea
please.
that this, what is happening here, is an insurrection
Like
is just
millions
false.
of
And I think it is
illegals
deliberately false. I don't
taking
think they're
over.
confused.
Don't get them confused.
Like, what's the definition of a whole people taking over multiple blocks? Just
Foreigners
carrying a flag?
taking over American soil.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty insurrection-y to me.
See, now they look sad about everything.
See, I'm still on the squatting idea of when they get kicked out and taking their homes. I'm still
Mary Jane wants to just take their stuff.
wondering how I'm going to get a free house out of this.
Ugh, then you have to go to Los Angeles.
Oh, no, I was thinking about everywhere.
Okay,
This is like, 'cause
up here
they're
somewhere.
deporting people, right, all over the country.
Yeah.
They're marching in New York pretty hardcore.
True.
They've been pushing back ICE. I saw a lot of videos where they're pushing back
Ooh.
in New York.
Well, there was that TV
With, like,
show,
stomp
Storage
methods, like-
Wars.
Wait, what were they like?
They were doing like a little stomp show. Like,
We should start up a TV show because there was Storage Wars, and now we could do Migrant Leftovers Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could just like, this lot is going for 46 pesos. Let's see what's inside.
Like, hey, I'm here to win back my couch. Hey, I just went back to Mexico. I came back.
I'm
hey.
looking for my abuela. Oh, she's in here.
I have everything. I have everything. Everybody's stuff.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, the protests are spreading from Los Angeles to other cities.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, what does that say about how the Trump administration is handling not only these protests,
Uh,
but their immigration?
What a softball
Well, I think that the other cities recognize.
question. Like, these questions are set up for her to be like, it's Trump's fault. See, like, they're all just opportunities.
Where's
for her
Caroline
to
Levitt when you need her?
showcase her TDS. Yeah.
Or what was Kaylee McEnany? She would have been there with her binder. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
She was so great. Oh my God. So great at their jobs.
If the nation's second largest city and our region that has 88 cities in it and is larger than 40 states, that's LA County, if it can happen here, then what does that say about states whose population doesn't even match the population of our county?
Because we don't have your type of LA people living there. You think anyone's trying to loot Iowa?
Right.
They'll just
No
get
one's-
potatoes.
No one's going to riot Wyoming.
A few like Oklahoma, a few like factories, right? That's where they should go.
Yes, hello.
No, that's where the Haitians went.
Oh, right, to eat up all the cats.
Eat the cat.
Craig, Josh, and then AP. Good morning, Mayor. The curfew enforcement last night, you were live with me on KNX for some time. It was very late. It looked very much like it was successful in achieving its goals. I want to know what your take is on what unfolded last night, how it went, and then secondarily, is this curfew order going to be extended? You had said at first you'd review it today, potentially a few more days, and then you also, I think, indicated last night at KNX that you thought maybe
You get that on Mother's Day.
Well, yes. So let me just say that the emergency declaration.
First of
that
all,
I
he
sent
asked too many questions.
That was very long.
That was a combo, multi-pronged question.
Yeah, you were taking a drink. I was noticing it says "Mom" on your cup.
Yeah.
Did you get that on Mother's Day?
Uh-huh. Actually, no, this was given to me, I think, at my bridal shower in a box with a
Your bridal shower.
baby shower. Baby shower with like a wine glass that says like mom off duty, and like a rocks glass that says dad off duty, like your classic mom dad cups. But we don't really drink.
This is in your near future at your bridal shower. Give you a mom cup.
And it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how long that
Yesterday
person's question was.
does not have a time limit to it. And so the curfews will go on as long as they are needed. But you know, it's really kind of interdependent on what the response is from the federal side. If there are raids that continue, if there are soldiers marching up and down our street, I would imagine that the curfew will continue. What I'm hoping is that Angelino's got the message last night that we are serious. The fact that the arrests last night were relatively minor, I am hoping that we won't have any arrests tonight. Yes, it did.
Yikes. Who's that? Ugh. Oh, wow. The guy's on the ground picking his
decided
nose
to
with
go
the
to
laptop.
A wide angle shot at this
Yo,
point.
Not good. He did not think the camera was ever going to be on him. Look at him. He's like, I'm just gonna get a little quickie picky here. Just any kind of grown person on the ground with a laptop.
Is that Carson Daly?
I'm here from TRL.
From Channel 7. That's where he's at now. He probably would take any job, right? I mean, is he working?
Like, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm from Channel 7.
Is Carson Daly on a network now?
God, I don't know.
He's doing his the new show, Total Riot Live. You know? I thought it was good.
That was good. I liked it.
No, as a matter of fact, I think all of us probably have the same. I mean, at this point in time, we're functioning on rumors.
Too many women up
and
there.
So the latest rumor that I'm aware of is that it's going to last for 30 days, but I really do have to say it's a rumor. Has anybody heard anything different?
She turns around. Hey, anybody heard anything different?
Wait, I don't want a bunch of people yelling out with no microphone. That's just inviting chaos.
I want to see. Do you think anyone? Let's take a bet right now. Do you think any of them is going to say something?
Listening?
It's going to be like, yes, 45 days. I heard 45 days.
Yeah, I have 50 sold. She's just checking to see if anybody's on their phone.
Right.
This is like in baseball when they like turn around and try to like get somebody out who's stealing a base. Gotcha. After this, I want to. Didn't we want to listen to something else? I forget. Did we have another video queued up?
I will check.
The people trying to go to work?
Yes. Okay, well, we'll let her wrap up her little
You got a lot of comments. Any super chats? Anybody?
No, this is not. That's from another live stream. My chat never moves that fast.
Miss Murphy, I don't mean to alarm you, but strongly advise that you stand for the rest of the stream and burn those pants.
Wow.
What does that even mean? I don't understand.
That's what you call a $5 burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand for the rest of the stream? What does that mean?
And burn those pants?
Russell, unless you're gay,
Ew.
we don't care what
because
your fashion
because of the
advice.
couch. Because of the couch with the Cecil.
Oh.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
We should have pretended we didn't get it, so we had to do another $5.
Wait, I don't understand what you meant, Russell. Explain it again. Oh, Torgo the White says, happy 37th anniversary, and these protests are astroturfed. Suffer, Mayo Communist Bass. Suffer. Thanks, Torgs.
A few new subscribers.
Sorry, my feet are up. Okay.
Let's finish up the bass.
It's hard.
We don't know. And that uncertainty creates fear and terror in our people.
And I know you don't know what the Marines are going to do.
No, I do not.
Are you open to the idea?
No, we don't. Maybe because you're all women and you're
except for that one guy back there that came out of nowhere.
You mean the woman in taupe back there? That's a woman.
No, the one in front of us.
Goodness.
Right, that guy.
The taupe monstrosity hiding in the back. Thank God.
There's a lot of frumpiness. I've never seen so much frumpiness in one place.
This looks like an old-timey military thing from like the Civil War.
Oh, yeah, like a military style jacket.
She's got the tiny little chicken legs.
She doesn't have a military style body.
Like SpongeBob.
Yikes.
She could be a cannonball.
Yeah, SpongeBob with legs.
Absolutely not. As one of our Marines who is up here, they are trained in warfare on foreign lands, not domestic. They cannot arrest.
But there's enough foreigners on our land that it seems like a foreign land.
Good point, Chrissie.
I'm craving guacamole.
And the NightMayr.
I don't know what
Plus Tito's
role
would be good.
they would play. And then just think about having the military here. When you see what's going on around here, if you drive a few blocks outside of downtown, you don't know that anything is happening in the city at all.
Hi, can you just talk about the metrics that you're considering for lifting the curfew?
Yeah, let's talk metrics.
The metrics for lifting the curfew are twofold. Number one, a night where there's no arrest, okay? But number two,
Good luck with that.
Order. That's
Good
a
luck with
really
that.
tall
It's Los Angeles.
Well, they could just not arrest people.
Right. Let's go back to not arresting people like we used to.
I'm guessing she means like protesting, right?
Yeah.
on what happens with the administration.
So they're blaming Trump.
So the metric is what happens with The Trump
I don't know. It's up to
administration?
Trump.
That's quite a metric.
This is a takeover if you think about it. Like no arrests, and as long as Trump does what they demand him to do. So they're literally attacking the country to get Trump to do what they want him to do. She just admitted it. Like,
well, or is she saying is if they stay, if they get out?
yeah, because they don't want ICE in California just because they came in to do one raid against human traffickers. So they started attacking their own city to blame it on Trump. And that's the second metric, you know.
It's conspiracy inside of conspiracies inside.
But that goes to the point of like there are both sides conspiring to bring in martial law.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I've been saying. It's all one side, really.
I just got the willies.
Well, I guess one side is anti-martial, like because they're unleashing the chaos, whereas Trump is trying to unleash the good, like Little Nicky. He's coming with like the rabbits. And
I don't understand that reference.
You know, unleash the good and unleash the evil in Little Nicky at the end when he's doing the demon
Are you
fight.
talking about an Adam Sandler movie?
Yes.
Do you dare speak of an Adam Sandler reference in my house?
I have messed up.
In the studio?
I brought the Sandler
to
in
the
here.
corner with you.
All right, here we go.
Minor meaning unlawful assembly and curfew.
Minor meaning under 18.
No, no, of course not. Right. Well, what I do believe is that we need to evaluate what has happened. One thing about our cities is that there's cameras everywhere. So individuals might not have been arrested on the day they committed the crime. It doesn't mean they won't coming down the line. But there have been allegations, and we need to check into each one of those.
Down in front here, and then we'll go political, and then
Wow.
Her smile. She got a big smile.
Scary.
Someone in a wheelchair. That's the look of, oh, I am a reporter in a wheelchair asking a question.
Yeah. Oh my God. This looks like a jack-o'-lantern. A gay jack-o'-lantern.
Scrub daddy.
A gay scrub daddy.
Clam digger.
We gotta get these clam diggers out of our city.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
I didn't know Roseanne was going to be there.
Roseanne. Oh, Roseanne. Oh, this is a satin monstrosity to our left here. You'd never do that kind of a top with a blazer. Some people never learn.
It kind of looks like Roseanne's husband from the show.
John Goodman?
Yeah, doesn't that kind of look like a
In
Goodman
drag?
face? Yeah, if you just take from like
It does.
here to
It does.
here,
Same
it's
eye bag,
Goodman.
jowl combo.
They kind of look alike, huh?
Everyone on screen needs to have work done, except for the blonde. She can stay.
Yeah, she's good.
Right. Well, let me just tell you that I don't have any idea how much is being spent in overtime now. Again, unnecessary. Didn't need to happen in the first place.
You know, it is necessary.
I am
All the
concerned
benefits
about
that we're
the budget.
giving all the millions of illegals. How much money do you think that costs us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bass.
And how many millions of dollars of stuff do they have?
How many millions have we sent to Ukraine?
It's just in their houses waiting for them to get deported so you could buy it, man.
If we're going to spend a F ton of money on something, yeah, it should be on like deporting people and like getting this country back. I'm fine with that.
Spot on.
Budget impacts. You know, we had almost $1 billion deficit here. And so I'm concerned about that. But there's no way of knowing. And there's also no way of knowing when it's going to end.
So you talked about how you don't really know when the raids are going to stop.
Right.
This is a signature policy of the Trump administration.
Ugh.
Do you have any indication that this is a realistic ask of them to stop the raids? And if that doesn't happen, like, what is Plan B?
Well, let me just tell you that the alternative is to stay silent. And to me, I am going to continue to advocate on a federal level and look at the breadth and power that is represented here.
Look at the breasts.
Look at the size of these people behind me.
Look at the amount. There's literally a metric ton of women behind me. How many chins are on with me up here right now?
She's not that bad.
She looks like she does a lot of cocaine. That's
She
what
looks like, maybe loosely related to Tulsi Gabbard.
cocaine. Right. And AOC.
She looks like an
mix.
eagle.
She does look like Sam Eagle.
Oh.
30 leaders of cities, 30 cities joining together to talk about how this is impacting all of us. You know that in a year the World Cup is going to be here? 8 games. All
cares
of our cities are going to.
Where did that come from?
What?
Where did that come
So who
from?
gives a flying fuck about soccer right now?
Who paid her?
Not one
Paid
person.
her, and right before she went on, they said, if you get the World Cup in there,
Please
that's
mention the World Cup.
$5,000. And she just remembered
in
it right
this
then.
country cares about soccer.
Mexicans do.
Exactly.
Oh, it just came full
They've
circle.
infected her brain.
Guarantee that was a product placement right there.
You know,
the World Cup?
There would be a Hugo de Football, Aki.
She thought it was going to come up naturally, and then she realized, like, they're wrapping up here. I got to get this in.
mention the World Cup.
Be
Stupid.
involved in the World Cup. I know the president is excited about
She's
the
gotta
World Cup
say 3
and wants
times.
to be supportive of the World
She has
Cup.
to say it
The
4
best way to
times.
support the World Cup
5
in
times.
the raids. In the raids.
5 times she said the World Cup. She gets $5,000
I gotta meet my quota.
every time she
World
says
Cup,
the
World Cup, World Cup, World Cup.
I think the World Cup's gonna be there.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I heard
World
some
Cup's
about-
coming to LA.
What cup? World Cup.
We should start booking our tickets now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we get sponsored by the World Cup.
Let's bring NightMayr to the World Cup.
raids and
Is
frankly,
this a World
share
Cup?
some of
No. This is just my mom cup.
Well, a mom makes a world.
Who's the biggest sponsor of the World Cup? Is it Pepsi?
Is it LaCroix?
I think it's Pepsi. There's a little soccer in the Pepsi symbol, right?
Oh.
Mm.
Gotta look that up.
financial support that you're giving unnecessarily to the military.
And do you have any plans when, if that doesn't happen? Have you talked
If it does, that the raids don't end, if they, no, I
They'll
mean,
never end.
You know, we are
not
stuck
ending.
in this no man's
Not till they're
land
all
of
gone.
not having any idea when the policy will end.
It's not ending.
Hi, Sean.
I'm starting to think a lot of these women are dudes in wigs.
Yeah, for real. For real. Especially
Especially,
yeah, there's quite a few.
especially blue jacket behind her.
Well, Roseanne Goodman over here.
Roseanne Goodman.
That was a-
Yikes.
She
Bobby
looks like her
Lee.
last name is Hirono.
Actually, she looks like somebody's dad I know. I'm not gonna
Have some
say
sleepovers?
I'm not gonna say who on the off chance that
Okay.
she watches this show. I doubt it though.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, Tao Hirono. Nuang.
What did you say?
I said Nuang. That's like the last name that's spelled like NG.
Oh no, not somebody Asian.
Oh, why? The person.
You win.
Nuang.
Nugan? I thought it was a Nugan.
We just have this girl and we would be like, can you say it and not sing it? She'd be like, Nuang.
So little of the show tonight is based on the topic. I think it could fit into one 15-minute clip.
I'm gonna have to edit around a lot. Of this. I'll have fun
Oh
tomorrow.
no.
It's worthwhile though, because you know
Aw.
this is a good time. We got John.
We are
Leguizamo,
laughing.
we got
John
Tony Hawk,
Leguizamo.
You know,
Oh man. Al Franken and the glasses in the back there. Look. To the right. Oh my
look
god.
well, this is Bobby Lee over here.
Oh
too.
yes,
Oh,
Bobby
my
Lee in a
God.
fat suit. Oh my
knew
god.
it.
Jojo Siwa
Oh,
just as
yeah.
herself in the back there. The
Well, which
glasses.
JoJo Siwa, the lesbian before she
Lesbian
got talked to
before
by,
she realized she was straight again.
yeah, well, she had to have a conversation with a famous actor
Before she had a whiff of a male armpit. Mhm.
Leaders have been talking about these protests versus the ones in 2020 during the pandemic. And I'm wondering, you know, sort of politically speaking, you know, what would you say the biggest lesson is that you took
Don't ask me about a lesson.
Well, in all fairness, in 2020, I was in Congress and I was doing police reform on a national level. So I spent most of my time visiting other cities. So I can't comment about 2020 here.
She just dodged that.
Dodge that bullet. How many of them do you think have boats?
Boats?
Yeah.
All of them. They're all thinking about their boats right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
I feel like I'm being judged again.
You know, we
You'll never amount to anything.
I'm not going to scrub your sinks for you.
are
Yeah.
trying to quantify that now, and I would invite the other mayors that have experienced raids, if they have quantified it now. But looking at police overtime, looking at the vandalism that took place in the downtown area and other areas.
Why is she smiling as she
there
says
was also-
vandalism?
It's a little unsettling.
The vandalism?
Kamala does that too. A lot of like smiling at inappropriate times.
Well, it seems like, I mean, just like she said, with the two things that she needs is no arrests, and as long as Trump does what they say. So it's almost like she's showing you she's happy about this. She wants this to happen. She wants it to continue.
Because it looks good for her because she can be victim.
Exactly.
And she gets to be in the spotlight.
And she gets 30 other people around
And
her.
she's like, you know what? I'm not going to wait till St. Patrick's Day to bust out the green suit. I'm wearing it today.
It's my lucky suit. Today's a lucky day.
She's doing the Obama head shake and hand movements.
Yeah,
though,
they
so
all like learn from each other.
I do wonder if she's going to try and be the next running, for the next presidential campaign.
And run against
They must
Newsom.
go out there with that in, but every single one of them that does a speech and has, before they go out there, they're thinking in their mind, somebody is telling them in their ear, like, this could be it. This could be your make or break speech. You want to take this all the way to the top, don't you? Because that's their dream, right? That's every single one of them.
Ugh.
That's they all
It's
have
like
the
they're
same
pro athletes.
Yeah.
Let's get to the end. Only 2 more minutes.
So, the looting
So that'll be
took
another half
place on
hour.
One night. Or maybe it was 2 nights. All of that is going to be a cost. But,
Don't you
also the
speed it up.
cost, the cost of these families being divided, for kids not knowing where their parents are, for kids and families being afraid to go to graduations.
You mean
I
we
have
could have
friends
watched the
who
whole
wrote
thing like this?
Why? Because the immigrant labor didn't come to work. And this is an issue whether you are legal.
labor
This is
didn't
come to work. Caffeinated Karen Bass.
For their annual check-ins that they're supposed to do with papers and going in and getting detained along with their families. So, I think the cost has to be looked at comprehensively, not just the vandalism and police overtime, but the human cost of the disruption of these families.
Human cost. Because the more illegals that get sent back, the more congressional seats are
let me just say
lost.
that,
Because they're
it
based
shows
on
all that.
population.
I have not heard of one, but they are going to be accommodated. So the law enforcement knows that this is a major entertainment center and that, shows are going to take place. So that will be accommodated.
The World Cup.
Right?
World Cup.
Cup! Don't let that beast speak.
So I forgot all those guys were
They
in the
got a
room.
handshake.
Only the women got the FaceTime, the airtime.
Yep, because this is...
The sneakers, they were like, you know what, boys?
They weren't kidding.
If you had worn dress shoes, we would have done a wider shot.
They weren't kidding about the future being female. Behold.
Who's this guy? He's the hottie.
Well,
Who?
right?
Right here.
Oh,
yeah.
hello. Where were you?
That's the nose picker.
That was the floor guy. That was the
Let's get him my number.
nose picker.
Hopefully
He's got to be humbled from the picking the nose on TV. So that's my time to strike.
Golly.
Get them when they're vulnerable. That's my motto.
Wow.
That was Karen.
What do you think about them? Like, they're saying that when people go with their papers to like do whatever, like the ones that are supposedly going through the right channels, that
Yeah,
some
right.
of those
Yeah,
people are
right.
they're just like, what are they? Just
There's no
taking their paper,
accountability.
ripping them up and sending
What
them?
are they going to be immediately sent home if they don't show up for their like naturalization appointment? No, I don't think they're going.
Well, that's what I've heard. Those are the claims, is that people are at those appointments that the ICE is just waiting outside. And they're in like wolves.
With a burlap sack, like, gotcha.
Yep. And the children are like, no, mommy, no.
Oh, it is sad, but you shouldn't come here
is.
illegally.
Exactly.
To the supers, I don't like naggers with an A for $2. It's only happening in Democrat-run cities, though. Joy Reid for $2. Karen Bass is my kind of strong woman.
I like that.
Ew.
Clam digger.
Clam diggers.
Sing scrubber.
That's like the Dave Matthews song, Grave Digger. We'll make it Clam digger. I think they are protesting in Florida because someone I'm related to told me that they were like, well, we're protesting here in Florida, but it's peaceful.
Oh, is this live footage?
Yeah, I've got a few live streams.
Let's go
pulled
to
up.
the Savannah Hernandez clip that was going viral. She was covering Savannah. We love Savannah.
I'm sure Miami.
Friend
they're
of the
protesting.
show. She does great work. She's in New York City yesterday covering the riots. And here's, of course, your classic. This looks like it's by McDougal Street.
This isn't even the
downtown.
one that I saw. I saw a different one.
And here are classic white liberals telling this black woman that
Don't worry,
their protests are more important than her going to
Yeah,
work.
it's not going to happen, right?
But I have a kid. If I don't, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? I need a job today. Then what happens to my kids? I can't help you. But you can if you could just move out the way. You're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I care so much.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not
See,
trying to
she got him.
trying to leave.
He couldn't say anything. It's like, yeah, some ally you
He
are
showed how
now.
much empathy he had right there.
He
He,
gave
showed
zero.
his true colors. Oh no, work. His
You know what he was
doesn't
about to say?
take
Oh
anybody to
no,
work.
black people. That's what he wanted to say. He's like,
think
sorry,
so?
we have a new victim class du jour.
Yeah.
They're
He's like,
called
free
illegals.
Palestine.
Yikes.
You say you saw another clip too?
And they're trying to tell this woman, like, well, today you're not going to go to work.
Yeah,
like, today.
today's not
and what
about you.
tomorrow and the next day and the next day? And what is she supposed to tell her employer? Which
Oh my
clearly
God, are
she
they trying to cancel this guy now? Oh boy.
Good.
Watch arrogant way New York City anti-ICE protesters mock mom begging them to let her go. Wow, this got all over this post. Good clip, Savannah. Oh, what
this
about
looks
this
different.
one? Oh, some. Oh, wait, to the beginning. Wait, rewind it. Fieldsy, scroll it back. Go from the beginning. I think we missed.
Yeah,
it a
I've
little
heard
bit.
that there are cities that you can, like, mow people over legally.
Wow.
We do
that's-
not.
I
New
think
York
that's
City is
Florida.
not one of them.
It's not happening.
We can get in trouble like that. You're not going to get in trouble. Yes, we can. The fire department is right there. We can't do that. That's illegal. So you're going to complain about it? You guys are telling us to do something illegal because you guys are doing something illegal by blocking the road right there. No, they're not. No, they're not. That's why all these people look.
They don't give a shit. They do not care.
What are they trying to tell her to do? To
it's-
just go through them, or what are they trying to say? What was their solution?
Oh, apparently, so it says here's an alternative clip from last night of
Talia
Talia
Jane.
Yeah. So I guess maybe this is the girl.
Ew.
No, it doesn't look like her though.
It's so funny that people are still wearing masks in 2025.
Well, they want to cover their face so they're not identifiable for
they're
crimes.
also-
Yeah.
That's a great way to cover a double chin as well.
Yeah, and bad teeth and all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know what they were trying to tell her to do.
Oh, Andy Nyo. Oh, this is Talia Jean. Okay.
It looks like she's catching Savannah here
Mm-hmm.
talking. Let's see what it says.
We have Savannah Hernandez with TPUSA, who's encouraging people to complain about thousands of people.
Ew!
There's like very few cars that are actually being disrupted. And Savannah
Very
is
few
causing-
cars. There's a
Wow.
bunch of cars. What is
She's encouraging people to complain. Sorry, you don't have to encourage. Like, if you're stuck in this traffic in a car, you don't need to be inspired to have a complaint. You're already pissed off.
Yeah, and someone on the other end is saying, "Where the fuck are you? You're supposed to be here for my
Yeah.
podcast."
And that's why Mary Jane was late.
It's a protest.
Wow.
Let's see what happens here.
problem. She's encouraging people to complain and bitch about this. She works for TPUSA, which is a far-right outlet, and she's wearing Invisalign.
Oh,
body shaming.
How dare someone trying to straighten their teeth gradually?
I can't believe
Would
she
you
said
prefer?
that.
Would you? Wow, what a low
That is a
blow.
lot. She needed a third thing.
People don't have that. Look, she's an on-air personality. We can't all just go out and get braces, okay?
Good for her getting Invisalign.
Invisalign, ouch.
I respect any adult that wears
Wait a
braces
minute.
or anything.
Wait
like
a minute, she's
anything.
wearing Invisalign? Never mind. Unfollow. You have to be born with perfect teeth.
You need to be
earn
far
my
right
respect.
and born with perfect teeth.
Her teeth are also far right, which is why she has an Invisalign.
There you go. Boom.
Mind you,
That's the clip.
I think this person, this person right here is the one who's talking. I think this is
Ew.
Savannah's
Right.
screen
Oh,
here.
God.
So this is the girl that's talking, insulting Savannah, and look at what we're looking at here.
She probably wearing a mask, I'm sure.
Yuck. Should be wearing a long sleeve shirt till conditions improve. That's not good.
I'm wearing my Invisalign, that's why I have a little bit of a list today.
Hi.
I'm here to do a survey.
Hi.
Being annoying.
Oh, I'm
Guys,
being
I'm
annoying?
here with, I think this might be Talia Jane. I don't know. My good friend Andy does a lot of reporting on her. Morbidly obese, very rude, stopping people from going to work. Apparently, that's a thing.
You know
where we
what?
had a
It's so funny. Savannah is so beautiful and like has perfect skin. She is essentially flawless. Like no, she has just a little bit of eyeliner. That's it. This woman's trying to zoom in on her like an own, and it's like, yeah, she's still perfect looking. Like, keep going.
I can tell they are making her feel a little insecure. Probably because they're like, you know, like
they're
nonstop
right there
around her,
because
just swarming
she's
her.
100 pounds by herself.
Yeah, that's how I would feel.
I don't know how she goes. She keeps going to project. Good for her. She's got balls of steel, and she's got like no crew. It's just her.
That's wild.
had a mom who's trying to go to work who got out of her vehicle and asked people to leave because she has a child to take care of at home, and all these people told her to fuck off.
And you had people.
You
were.
need son to therapy.
Do you want to talk about how you were riling people up? Do you
want
want to talk about how you're instigating?
So now you're gonna say that I'm instigating because I'm standing up for the people who you're stopping from going to work. That's
I'm not
fine.
stopping anybody.
Yes, you are.
I'm not even on the roadway, Savannah. You are. Why are
Oh,
you blocking traffic?
please.
You don't have the right of way. Put your Invisalign back in.
Oh my God. That's how like good looking she is, that the only thing they can make fun of is that she has an Invisalign. Meanwhile,
I'm not in the road.
the
I'm
literal
not.
cow. She's a literal, like she is mooing. Wow. You know who's really suffering the most are the gays. We've just completely forgotten about Pride Month.
No, that's what they do, right? You know.
Yeah. Wow, good for her.
Oh, this is the video from the other end.
Oh.
Confront these.
Here. Not gonna see how it goes. Oh, goodness gracious! huh?
Yikes. She should just have masks covering her whole head and body.
So I have multiple people who have gotten out of their vehicles now to
There's the
confront these
drums.
protesters right here because they can't get to work. You have a mom who got out of her vehicle to try to get out and ask them to move, and they've all stated that they don't need to move and that these people have the final say over these people going to work. Now I have this woman right here who's in a face mask, clearly very diseased.
Very diseased. Yeah, who's diseased?
I love that
Who's
she
it-
slipped that
who is diabetic, I'm sure.
Clearly very
She's
diseased.
about to lose
Tranny right behind.
Oh, God. Yikes. What a gastropod. Oh, my God. What a hideous display. Yikes.
You can see the curvature of the stomach just from the buttons. the way it goes.
Woo, boy. That is.
They probably write on Reddit how they
nightmare.
wish they could get pregnant all the time.
She's very diseased.
Bent
That's
post.
so great. Kevin, you're like a disease. Yikes. Well, black is not always slimming. We learned that today.
It's like, hey.
I've
been on E for
Yeah, I'm just here looking for children.
Absolutely. That's
Yuck.
what that face says.
Let's hear it again.
Right here, who's in a face mask, clearly very diseased.
The smirk. She has a little smirk. I love it.
So matter of fact, clearly very diseased. That's
Do
like
they
a-
just touch there?
That's like a Trumpian
Are
insult.
they actually making contact?
Ugh.
This is like that Michelangelo painting.
Oh, yeah.
And no, actually, there's blocks and blocks in here. So apparently, I'm causing problems because I'm asking all of these white people who think it's okay to stop people from going to work. I'm asking them why they think that's okay.
As if we needed any more proof that like these people are demon possessed. That guy throws up like the Satan hand symbol.
Is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
It's also the Malocchio. It's Italian hand.
Whatever.
I
I'm
thought
sure they're not there. They're not there to express their Italian.
He was trying to advertise his oral skills. He's like, look how long my tongue is, lady.
He's not trying to plug his dad's pizzeria.
Anyway, this is what's going on in the streets of New York today. I'm here to do a service to the world by telling this woman to go on a diet because nobody needs to see that.
Tell this woman to go on a diet. The black lady in the back is like, oh no, you did it. Girl.
They literally race swapped Medusa is what. Look at those green dreads.
If you notice, none of those comments were in the other girl's video.
Yeah, she edited them away. You're diseased.
Also, y'all need to let these people go to work. Like, that's really unfair. That is really, really unfair. So there you guys go. That's
Are they doing Asian? Is that her doing it like an Asian? Like, hi.
So immature.
Ugh.
They're so...
stopping Americans from going to work. Just so we're all aware of what's happening here.
I hate this guy in the green. I hate him.
Oh, bad energy. So arrogant.
He's so arrogant.
They're so arrogant in their
entitled,
stupidity.
with his nose flaring.
You know what You know what he's that way? It's because he's on the taller side. So he kind of thinks his poop don't stink.
I think he's probably in a tribute Coldplay band.
But did you hear the drums? That's what I've seen videos with the drums that you heard, and then like people doing this like dun dun, like backing up ice, and then the ice like officers are like and they're like, we got them, we backed them up, what
if this is all leading up to like everyone just goes into the Thriller dance, like protesters and police alike.
I try again.
Swiping left on that guy all day long.
This fatty followed me around and accused me of instigating because I finally asked the white liberals who were stopping traffic why they're okay with stopping mothers from getting to work. They don't have an answer for that.
We're back to people just not wanting to work all summer. This is going to be people's job, whether they're getting paid for it or not. They're going to, they'll go on unemployment.
Nobody loved the summer of love and the lockdowns more than people who don't want to work.
Right.
The Latinas apparently are coming for a dude wearing a MAGA hat and immediately start booing and hurling insults.
Oh, let's see this.
En español. Wow. All that for a hat.
But he's Spanish.
He's Spanish, so people don't know what to do with themselves.
And who is he? Are the people he's talking to, what are they trying? Are they on his side, or they're trying to bring him to the other side?
They're asking about his car warranty. Oh, they just want to fight
him.
They just want to fight.
Yeah,
people throw these
threatening
things because they want to fight.
There's a cop back there. There's an. It looks like
he's burping up his lunch.
Looks like he just had some donuts. Oh, there's a few. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. They were blending in. The cops are just kind of.
They're just looking.
Burrito wars.
Burrito wars.
They were ready if they needed to.
Oh, a head tattoo.
Wow. That is the MS?
Cholo energy.
Is that the MS group? MS-13?
I like my ice crushed.
Ice, baby.
I wish there were more clever signs at these protests.
Sure, chant in another language. No one understands.
This looks like a friggin' third world country. Sorry, we're gonna need a translator for these.
I need to get those TikTok ear things that you pop in,
yeah,
right? That they translate
with
with
subtitles, please.
What does La Lucha umbrella mean?
I don't know. Something about milk.
Your grocery price isn't more important. Importing? My hardworking immigrant mom.
Oh wow. This is like a first draft sign, and they're like, "Well, shit, we only brought one piece of oak tag.
So
just
true.
make it work."
Oh my god! Look at the painting of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Oh man, we put too much orange.
This is interesting. It says no justice, no peace, but it's with the KW as well as the NO, and the NO is kind of like blanked out there. So if you know justice, as in knowing justice, then you're knowing peace. While at the same time actually saying no with NO justice,
See,
no peace.
That's a bad protest sign. You don't want to have something that you have to think about.
It's a riddle.
No riddles.
I kind of do like the riddles though. That's the best part of looking at the protest. You know, you're like, oh, that was clever. The one just this fuck ICE.
You should be like, right this way, protesters, into like a big van, and then just shut the door, and then just send them all to Mexico.
They could probably. I just realized that they could probably get all the people that are addicted to meth first, because it says ICE, right? And they call ICE meth. I'm just saying.
Ooh,
fuck you is what he
like
said. Elephant shoes.
Fuck you!
Oh.
Fuck you!
Oh, wow. As well.
You're a fucking Nazi! You're a fucking Nazi, dude!
Yes. More meaningless insults from the guy with
Another
Antifa
tranny.
patch.
I spy another one.
I spy a man. Yikes.
LARPing.
You know, he really should be at that meeting in LA right now where Karen Bass is talking.
100%. He needs to be behind her.
I thought this was that Wednesday outfit.
Oh, with a big collar?
Yeah.
That's probably his inspo. They all try to look like someone.
Ugh.
Wednesday. Oh, and who was he yelling at though? Did they? I didn't.
He just wants to be on the cover of a TikTok. The cover. He just wants to go viral for being upset.
He looks like he's looking in this direction.
Yeah, who is he cursing at?
Maybe it's this guy back here that looks like Star Wars Theory, kind of.
What? That doesn't look like him at all.
That's kind of like his eyes and face. It's like
No.
a little bit like him.
I'm kind of guessing the guy that's cursing might be MAGA.
Yeah, okay, maybe it is him because he's
Puerto
look at
Rican.
The hat there.
I don't understand why so many Puerto Rican people are protesting. Like, they're allowed to come here and stay here. Like,
right, it's part of.
They're not getting
Isn't
deported.
Puerto Rico part of America?
Yeah, they just can't vote. That's it. If they live in Puerto Rico, they can't vote, but they can vote everywhere else.
Oy.
Let's see what this sign says, huh?
Whoa, look at this horrible sign. You can tell this is a shitty left-handed sign. As a New Yorker,
busy growing that hair of his.
No move. Drug trafficking. Hunan trafficking. That's Chinese.
Get the clam diggers out.
Child labor. Get the illegals out.
I see clam diggers.
You know, this is a real sign. This is a.
Right. And then he's got the MAGA kid behind him.
This is not a Soros-funded protest sign.
Oh wait, so he's a right winger then? Get the illegals out.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, but he's still growing that hair, and he's a little misguided.
Visually confusing.
What? Look, this looks like a MAGA person.
Yeah. But they'll never
MAGA's
show
liking
that.
to do the capes.
MAGA's diverse now.
They love to make a cape. Flag becomes their cape.
Golly.
New York City, make some noise!
Wow. See, where did they get all the signs?
Tell me you don't want to do a set there.
Where did they? Hey, who's from out of town?
Captive audience.
Anybody? We got a lot of single people here. Clearly. Look at all these. These are the Soros-funded signs. Where are they printing all these yellow signs from? Interesting, huh?
Yeah, who gave those out?
Mm-hmm.
And the Yankees? Is that Yankees? ICE? Something with the Yankees? I think that the immigrants that are professional athletes, they are here legally.
Because they're
and they have
working.
contracts.
They're contributing. Wow. And then the guy's like, who? He's like, I'm just here to promote my rap album.
Yeah, like who gave that guy the mic? Did he bring his own mic? His own amp?
Probably.
Yeah. I got to get down there. I'm thinking, bring my
Go back to that
cordless
clip
amp.
where it says, it's funny, Go back to where it says the U.S. belongs to Mexico.
I'm
protester
so sick
believes
of
the
hearing
US
that.
Wow.
This is stolen land. Like,
This is our city.
Whoa.
I did not know that was a girl. I didn't see that coming.
Is that a girl?
Oh,
I think so.
Mexico, you can't kick us out of the land that was ours. Donald Trump, fascism. Let the people free. Suelta nuestra gente.
Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I don't speak fat.
The wind blows.
Look at that guy. That guy's got a gimp mask on back there. He's got a complete black thing covering his face. He just walked away.
Oh, I was like,
Rewind it a little bit. Oh, there he is.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, God.
Yikes.
That's scary.
He's like, I'm looking for an orgy.
That's scary, yeah. He's looking for some kind of other party.
Yick. Late for something illegal.
The hand position.
What's the wind blower for?
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers. If you have a fucking blower, bring it out. Push them back. We will not do 1992 again with your fucking tanks. I was 12 then. I'm 44 now. I will die for my fucking kids. And all of these young people are here are my fucking kids. Because I'm an LA native mom. These are my fucking children you're fighting.
All right, look, once somebody starts talking about effing children, we're going to need them to leave.
Can somebody take me back to 1992?
Yeah. Why 1992?
What is she referencing?
I mean, the 90s were pretty great.
What was happening in 1992 with Tkts that she does not want to go back
Was
to?
it pre-boy band era?
Was Clinton or who was it? Bush?
Dave Matthews Band.
No, but I'm saying in 1992, who was president?
I don't know. That's before my time.
I think it might have been Bush.
So, and there was Tkts. She's talking about like, what is she referencing?
I think she's talking about the LA riots back then after, what was his name? Rodney King. Thank you, Borg. Yeah, Rodney King.
Thanks, Borg. First of all, do they sell one of those vests for the obese? It's barely covering her.
I thought that was a backpack worn.
It's a front pack.
Front.
Major Bass, if you can hear me, expect me in your office on Monday for attacking my children.
If you could say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say?
Donald Trump, you can suck my left nut, you can get out of my drawer. You're just mad because Salma Hayek wouldn't give you the time of day, and because Claudia Scheinbaum make you look like a loser.
I don't understand a word she said.
I don't know who Claudette Scheinbaum is.
I do feel like Trump probably would know what she was talking about.
This is our city.
I wish he was here to enlighten us. Be like, oh,
I mean, you lost
wonderful woman.
You lost me at the leaf blower.
Push back. That's how she's gonna get pushed back the tear gas. I mean, she got the goggles on. She's ready for the tear gas.
She's ready for something. She's like, this is just what I wear to the
got a helmet.
all you can eat buffet. I put the leaf blower on suck mode so I can bring home more food. Wow.
The victory stance.
Yes, this is the look of the resistance.
Leaf blower is an odd choice, though. You know.
Leaf blower, goggles.
Well, her whole family
helmet.
are, landscapers, so it wasn't
That
hard to
makes
get
you
one.
right. That's totally. It was in the garage on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Yikes! That's a real sight.
Let's just see the GIMP one more time.
No, let's move on.
Okay.
This is. I'm gonna get diabetes just watching her.
Diabetes.
I have a sneeze.
I don't know. Bless you. Wow. Just right into the new microphone. It's fine. There's a sneeze guard on there.
No,
So I don't know. I'm hoping that these riots kind of trail off. I'm hoping that it's not nationwide martial law.
What would you do if martial law happens?
What can anyone do? Stay inside, binge watch The Chosen, just pray. Probably I'll just keep on doing what I'm already doing.
Podcasts or
just keep doing pods.
You need like a little tunnel to get to your house.
Yeah, start digging a tunnel.
Get a kayak.
Did you not know what martial law meant? Is that why you're looking it up, Guilty?
No, I was just interested to see what
Yeah,
it would
let's-
actually say about like what martial law actually is, and it's a replacement of civilian government by military rule and the suspension of civilian legal processes for military powers. And I don't think that that's been done. Right? Like,
I really hope it isn't done.
What if they're just like, okay, this is just temporary while we get all the illegals out?
Well, do you think at that point everyone would just be like, all right, fine. Like, just.
Because I don't think Trump is, unless it's been an elaborate 10-year-long ruse, I don't think he is somebody who wants to be a dictator, wants long-term martial law. He doesn't strike me as a Kim Jong-un.
I will say I'm not for a third term. I think we need to keep.
He can't run again unless he
how-
was VP. Unless he runs for VP, then he could.
Sure, fine. But like, I don't think there needs to be any law changes. That would scare me. I'd be like, okay, now we're starting to change.
He doesn't
like,
want to
let's-
run a third term.
I don't think, but I keep seeing
Those hats are jokes.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
to troll the left.
I think there's a lot of people that do want him to run for a third term. And
Oh,
they're trying
sure.
to push it because I'm getting those texts too.
Everybody's texting you. That's funny. I keep getting texts from European Wax. They're like, are you ever going to come back here? You used to have a monthly subscription.
Hey, gorgeous. Right there.
Hey, gorgeous. I used to be hey, gorgeous. Now it's like, what's up, you hairy bitch? What are you doing? What's going on?
Laser.
Yeah. What are you, dreadlocking the things? Get back here. Anyway, President Trump speaks to reporters before boarding Air Force One. I love Air Force One. It's like so beautiful and retro looking. I love the paint.
Is this the new one that was donated, or
I don't know.
didn't
I
we?
think
Didn't
that was
you get a new plane
from what?
from a foreign,
From like the Habibis,
something like that?
I think it was Pakistan.
the Muzzies gave us a plane.
The phone, and I told him he's got to get his act together because you're going to have some bad times in Los Angeles if he doesn't.
What kind of hat is that?
Conversation. The proof was from the phone company. It was from the phone company. So I spoke to him at a certain time. I'm sure you all saw it. You saw it. You saw. Well, why would you ask me that question if you saw it? You know, I mean, he asked me a question, and then he says, "Yeah, I saw that you spoke to him." Yeah, I spoke to him for over 16 minutes. I spoke to him for over 16 minutes, and I told him to get his act together, but he hasn't been able to do that. I mean, the man. Really, we could have a great. You know, we have an Olympics coming up.
And the World Cup.
Yeah, if he brings up the World Cup, I'm gonna be like, okay,
They're in on it
They're
together.
all on the same side.
If he says
What
World
is he
Cup, Super
advertising?
Chats
Is that a
have to come in.
spacecraft?
What
is
is
that a
that?
diamond?
Is that like something?
Is it a vagina?
Abu Dhabi related?
In the chat, one person, sort of Loiter-Lot, said a Marines hat, he believes.
Oh, okay, all right, I'll allow it.
I love how we're like, oh, I see it now.
Is it something foreign?
Yeah, a foreign object to go into an orifice.
Oh, it does look like a little butt plug.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
The right foot forward. We have to do a job. We have a lot of people all over the world watching Los Angeles. We've got the Olympics, and we have this guy allowing this to happen. Let me tell you, when you watch these agitators break up concrete and hand it out to people as they stood online to get it, these have to be paid troublemakers.
He's like, because I paid them.
No, I don't say the governor or the mayor. I said somebody's paying them, I think. And if they're just
I don't know.
What can I tell you? But I believe somebody's
Someone
paying
named
them.
Soros.
I mean, when you
Or wasn't it? It's the family of the Walmart people, right? They're doing the no
Walden.
case
Walden.
programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody with a big hammer so professional. Now, they took the bricks away from them. So they say, how do we get in? The military did. How do we get in and what do we do? They said, I have an idea. Let's break up the concrete. And that's even better than bricks. And that's what happened.
Yeah, you just witnessed an amazing spectacle, a flex on our military. What impressed you the most?
I think the total love for the military. I mean, I was with the generals. They're explaining the different maneuvers. And the love they have for the Army and the military, it's beautiful. They're really great people. And I've never seen anything quite like that. I don't think any other president has either. You know, they really They really put on a good show. I asked them, did you do that for Biden? They said no. They didn't do it for Biden.
For Biden.
I wonder why.
You had to bring it up.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know this. As long as we have the military there, the protests won't mean anything. Last night, if we weren't there, they would have burned down the city.
I believe that.
But they did not a lot of damage other than they broke up a lot of concrete looking for weapons. You know, those are weapons.
Yeah,
If
there's no
that hits
weapons.
somebody in the head, the person's dead. You know that, right?
You know that, right?
You know that, right?
Oh, the military will be very heavy for us. I'm very proud to tell you that. They might as well turn around. They're wasting their time. Some of them will end up in jail for a long period of time. They use weapons. That concrete is a weapon, a dangerous weapon, worse than a brick.
He's really getting that out.
And they were dropping it off.
They're like, I want
bridges
someone
and
else to ask him, can you give us one concrete reason why the martial law is happening? Just one.
Well, martial law is not happening, right? It's not
I
really.
think that the mayor and the governor would have to call for martial law.
Well, I mean, by the curfew, I guess, is a little bit of that, but it's not really, right?
It's just supplementary now, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a test, like she said.
Doing it at soldiers and police, they're not doing that. You know, I went in my first term, I waited for governors to call in the military, and they didn't want to do it. And I watched Minneapolis and other places burn for a long time.
That's true.
And I said, when are you going to call? When are you going to call? And I said, if I ever do this again, if
I ever
they're
do
not
this again.
responsive at the beginning, not at the end. You know, I called in the military
Good
in
point.
Minneapolis, but it was 7 days. I waited for this guy, the same guy that ran for vice president. Who's
This
a
is
very
a good
dumb
point.
person. He's
Well,
a very dumb, he's a low IQ individual, like many Democrats are.
Burn.
Call him in. I kept waiting. I call him every day and say, when are you calling him?
Wow.
And finally I called him because I'm not going to wait. They were destroying the city. The whole city was burning down.
Yep.
Horrible. Okay.
I love when he says what he thinks he did not so well. That was
Yeah.
actually what got me
Very
slowly
endearing.
into I was like, if he could say, look, I made certain mistakes when I first started listening to him, and I heard him say that, I was like, okay, maybe I could vote for this guy. When I first started listening to him, I needed to hear that he wanted to do certain things differently, that he could even admit that he maybe was wrong about something.
And it's good for the American people to hear about just a little bit of the inner workings.
From Governor Newsom's lawsuit, do you think your administration will be successful Thursday for the hearing?
Well, even Senator Fetterman said very strongly that this is horrible what they're doing and that the Democrats are making a big mistake by not talking about it. And I agree with that. I think this is in a league with, and maybe even worse in a true sense, what they're doing is now worse than men playing in women's sports. I think that's a ridiculous thing.
Thank you, getting that in there.
Look at open borders. Open borders is what caused it. Many of these people, many of them, not all of them, I guess, but many of them came through the Joe Biden.
I don't know if he's going to mention the World Cup. He's got 2 minutes left.
He's got to say it 5 times.
World Cup, World Cup, World Cup.
I know he's excited for the World Cup.
Yeah, he has a trophy on his right next to his desk.
Really sad to watch. It's very sad to watch this being our country. Now, with our National Guard and our, fairly low number of Marines, they had no chance. And if you look, they were a little bit tougher than the police. Did you notice that? The police are trained not to do it. They're really trained. They're under tremendous political constraint. They're great police. I know the police in L.A. I know the force. They're very good, but they're not allowed to do their thing. They're just not allowed
To
They're
do their thing.
restricted by radical left politicians who are pretty shameful.
As Commander-in-Chief, sir, what rules of engagement do you want for the military? What limitations?
A very simple rule of engagement. If they're dangerous, if they're throwing concrete or bricks,
Okay, that's fair.
if they're spitting in the face of the
If they're
police
fat.
or whoever's in front of them, if they're punching people, if they're doing all of the things that you see done for the last 3 nights, that I would say is engagement. We need to keep our city straight. I want to save Los Angeles. And Newsom is totally incompetent. He's not going to do it. Look at the fires he had. He had fires where half the city, it seemed, burned down. what was it,
Jeez.
25,000 houses.
Yeah. People were saying that when
because he wouldn't
all the
take water.
cars were on fire. They're like, you don't have any water in your fire hydrants.
I believe him when he says he wants to save LA.
Yeah, he's convincing me.
I released the water from the Pacific
I made the
Northwest,
water.
and it came down millions of gallons a day. And it's right there right now. They'd like to send it back. There's something wrong with these people. All I want in terms of I just want to see peace. If there's peace, we get out. If there's even a chance of no peace, we stay there until there's peace. And a lot of people are being arrested. The rioters, or whatever you want to call them, they better know a lot of people are being arrested. They're going to be in jail for a long time. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I love him.
He was very convincing there. He said his logic. He compared it to his first term.
Yeah, I like that.
That was sort of kind of what I would need to hear. And then he also said if they're being paid.
Like, I don't know. Someone's
paying them.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's just hope things calm down a little bit.
They will once it gets cold again.
The World Cup is coming up. Do we have any more super chats lingering?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Unless they want to send it in. Right
Last
now.
chance. Mary Jane, where can people find you and follow you and get tickets to see you the 22nd at Mohegan Sun?
I'm not sure where you can get the tickets. Probably at mohegansun.com.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense, right? It's Comics Roadhouse, I think is the name of the place.
Okay.
Right. And then that's on Sunday, June 22nd. And then MJ Murphy Comedy is my Instagram.
She's about to change her Twitter handle.
My Twitter handle is Hot Hings Girls Say.
Just despicable.
So it looks like
just
Hot
an
Hings Girls
embarrassing
Say, yeah.
handle. But we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it real soon. It's gonna be
Get
great.
there. And then Mary J. Murphy on YouTube. Yeah.
I love it. Guys, and to see me at one of my shows, go to chrissymayr.com for tickets. Gonna be kind of all over. You know the thing. You know where. You know the cities.
Where are you traveling to next?
Oh, I think I have something in Westchester in July. I don't know. I don't have any details on that. I just that's probably a showcase. That's nothing crazy. Yes, subscribe to my YouTube. Do it now.
Hit the button.
Oh yeah. August 8th and 9th in Long Island. September 18th, Plano. October 18th in Massillon, Ohio. October 23rd in San Diego. And November 1st in Phoenix. And more shows to be added. Just sit tight. All right. Love you guys. This was fun. We'll see you guys later. World Cup.
World Cup.
Bye.